at childhood, Andre and Lisa's childhood. It was kind of interesting because they had kind of similar, stories. Um, Lisa father was very abusive to Lisa's mother. Her mother was real beautiful. As Andre father was in the military too, and he got hurt on the base. He stepped on a mine and it blew him up. They said when he came back, he wasn't the same. And the mother, Andre mother and father, they never married, but they did get engaged, and then she called it off because I guess he wasn't the same way. So they kind of share both of those, similar, upbringings. I feel like that probably made them really, bond over that. And also, they both lost their father. Andre mother actually remarried later on, and then as when Andre and his stepfather was getting close, he died. So it was just like, they bond over. Like, it was a beautiful couple. I would think it was a beautiful couple. And I think that when it's like y'all both in love with each other like that, like madly in love with each other like that, it's beautiful. Like, everybody should. Let me go back because they started this movie called The Burning Bed, and I think it was what Farrah Fawcett. He was able to go out. He was able to go do his thing. But he wanted Lisa to be locked up in the house, couldn't do nothing. He have all these people over. He have a lot of guys over. He don't want her coming out. Like, but you out here cheating. But okay, it was a part where she said when she found a girl in a room with a pink jacket on and some stockings, that was the same night or before that happened. She was out and some told him to go check the car, and Tupac was in the back. So I guess he was feeling some type of way about that. He was out there cheating. She fly him butt booty naked, balls hanging, dick swinging. You feel me? A bitch up in the closet, like, like, I don't know. I guess it just started at this point. Their relationship started, going through the issues because he was cheating. You know what I'm saying? She was straight up with him, but he was out here cheating. He wasn't keeping it 100 with her. You know what I'm saying? And then I think the Andre mother and sister started hearing, things about Lisa, and they started not liking her. And then they talking about Lisa put voodoo on Andre. The mama didn't believe it, Andre didn't believe it, but the sister believed it. And I just felt like at that point, I think the sister didn't like Lisa, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason. She cutting up her clothes and she invited Andre ex over to the house, like when ladies, when the relationship start doing that and you trying to compete with his family for his love, and he not checking nobody, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't doing nothing wrong for them to be coming at you like y'all in competition for somebody that's supposed to be their blood relative, you know what I'm saying? And you his lover, like, when you get your strength, just leave, because it's just gonna be toxic downhill spiral from there. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta compete with somebody that's like to flip the script on him and go out, stay out all night, have a bomb ass outfit on with her friends and stuff. So then she came back to the house and he wasn't there. He pulled up like 5 minutes later, and then they got into it. And that's when I think they started fighting in the house and stuff like that. And then I guess she got away, and then she went up in the room and she seen his tennis shoes, and she just wanted to see if he had a pair of shoes for her, at least just one pair, and he didn't. So she got mad and put them all in the tub, and that's when she lit up lighter fluid and burned them. Sorry, she lit it on fire, but then it just took over a mind of its own. And then Lisa burned down Andre's house, and I remember thinking, like, we didn't know what happened. We didn't know what was going on. And that was like the same time with the O.J. Simpson case came out. Andre Simpson killed Nicole. It was like Andre and Lisa, the burning of his mansion was news, and then it got overshadowed because O.J. Simpson came. And then, everybody was scared for Lisa because they was like, dang, we don't know if she was gonna be gone forever or not. I actually follow a lot of TLC like fan groups and stuff like that. And it was talking about, before this happened, like a couple of years ago, it was talking about Andre. We was talking about Andre Rison just came up, and I'm like, man, fuck him, because, you know, she would have been gone for a long time. But I think it was somebody that followed that page that actually knew Left Eye, was like, y'all don't even know what happened. And we had a conversation, I think it was over Facebook, and she was basically saying, like, yeah, they had their problems, and she burned down his house. Even after that, even during the trial, they still remain real close, and they still remain, you know, in contact with each other up until her passing. I was just like, you know, I would never think ill about him again, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, damn, I didn't know Lisa still had love for him and still, you know, was in contact with him and still communicated with him like that. So it was just like, you know, you think you know, but you really don't know what people be going through. So then, like, I didn't even know, like, Andre talked about that Lisa did, you know, was pregnant. She got pregnant twice by him and had 2 miscarriages. And I remember on the the vlog that Lisa did, the last day of Lisa, the last day of Left Eye, when, like, towards the end of that vlog, a vision board, and that's my first time even knowing anything about a vision board, where she had, you know, she was an artist too, you know, she was artistic. So she had a painting of herself sitting on the wall, like on a globe, and then she had these little she had a symbol above her head that represent her team. Like, she had a solid team, and then she had a symbol of an embryo, because she wanted to have kids. And on this side, she had a man's arm like this. She said, well, she will hope that it will be her husband. And then she had a symbol of money. That's what her vision was for her life. And I want to know about, she was musically inclined, any music that, you know, that's unreleased. I know she was with Death Row. You know, Suge talked about he got some unreleased music of hers, but he won't release it because he don't want to make money off the dead. And I'm just like, ugh, I hope one day he do have a change of heart and we can hear some of her stuff from Death Row, because Lisa was hood, you know, she had a little rah-rah to her, you know what I'm saying? But crazy, I don't think she was crazy. I just think that she was unapologetically herself. Like, she would speak her mind and was 100% real. And she didn't try to pacify anybody's feelings. She took Tupac words and, you know what I'm saying? She probably was always like that, but it probably cemented, you know what I'm saying, her you know, who she was and her character. I wanted to see, she was musically inclined, artistically inclined. Like, does she have any paintings, you know what I'm saying? Just like on that vlog, Last Day of Lisa, you know, her little vision boards. Like, she had a few paintings that she showed that was, like, different and interesting. I want to know more about that. She knew, she was into numerology, you know what I'm saying? The way she broke down the days leading up to, you know, they was on a cleanse and stuff. Like, I want to know about, you know, her perspective, her philosophy. You know, she was into astrology. I just wanted to pick her. Do they have anything that let us know more about her perspective on certain things? Because it was interesting. She was real deep. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to her music, she was real deep. Oh, and before we go, I know she had a thing for Tupac. I don't know if I said this already, because I've seen videos and just the way she talked about Tupac, you could see it through her demeanor. Like, but who wouldn't have a crush or a thing about Pac? Pac was just that nigga. They said that song "Can You Get Away" was Tupac's song to Lisa Lopes. And when I looked at the video, if you go stroll the comments, a lot of people saying this is a song that he wrote to Left Eye. I mean, I don't know. You know, Pac is not here to speak on certain things, and he probably wouldn't speak on certain things, you know, because it's not really our business. Dr. Sebi, I would love to see anything that was not yet released about her perspective on Dr. Sebi, a cookbook or a recipe book about what she actually ate, you know what I'm saying, from the things, the knowledge, and the tools that Sebi gave her. You know, that would be interesting, a book about that for Lisa Lopes. Also the herbs that she had in the video, like where can we get herbs that's natural like that, as well as the herbs sea moss, you know, get it as pure as the purest form as possible. You know what I'm saying? Just more to her that I would like to know about. I would like to know her about her as a person. You know what I'm saying? There's so much more to her than aside from, you know, who she dated and who she slept with and TLC, even though I love TLC, you know what I'm saying? It's just more like I just named the stuff that she has about herself. She can sew. Like, does she have any sketches of anything that, you know, she was trying to make? Anything like that? You know what I'm saying? What about the little girl she adopted, Snow? Where is she at? You know what I'm saying? How does she look now? Is she married? What is she doing? Can we know that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what else? Please say everything. Just you know, more about Lisa the person. You know, okay, you know, everybody got a right to say, you know, their side of the story because they was a public figure. And I feel like, you know, people probably want to get off their chest, you know, whatever that they probably was accused of. People coming to and ask them, you know, they have a right. But I just want to know about the positive side of Lisa too. You know what I'm saying? We just highlight, you know, probably, you know, her trials and tribulations. But what about her high points? It seemed like she was at peace towards the end. She found peace within herself. You know, I want to go to Honduras one day. I want to go where my OG was at, where she found peace. I am going to go one day, and I am going to go to her gravesite. And I'm going to always pay homage to her in her memory. TLC is forever. I love you, Lisa. Rest in peace, Lisa, Left Eye Lopes, and Tupac. And it's kind of weird that Andre, you married somebody with the same name as Lisa Lopes. I seen the mama reaction to when I talked about that. I gotta go watch that and look at the reaction to Andre and Raindrop telling Lisa's mother that his wife, Andre's current wife, name is Lisa Lopes. Weird. Lisa knew like she had to put out her truth. You know what I'm saying? Like she did that vlog and she wanted people to know her up and personal. Because, you know, the media ran with it, you know, her burning down Andre's house and her, you know, probably acting a certain type of way, you know, within TLC. And, you know, she wanted people to get to know who she was. You know what I'm saying? She just wanted to do that. It seemed like she just was on a mission to have people know who she was, to get her point across, and people know, she wanted people to know where she was coming from in that last days of Lisa Lopes. And it was just like, a lot of things that she talked about in there was kind of like, you could tell that she was very deep, or she had some type of intuition where, or premonition that she knew she had to do that. You know, in the last day of Lisa Lopes, they was traveling and the person who was driving her car hit a little boy. I think he was 6 years old and he died. And, you know, they paid for all his funeral expenses and stuff like that. And, you know what I'm saying, the little boy last name was Lopes. And she was having dreams about that or something like that. Somebody got hit. And she felt like it missed her and it killed the little boy. And, you know what I'm saying, not knowing that, you know, it was leading up to her, you know, transition as well. You know, she spoke very spiritually about, you know, certain things, and it just seemed like she found peace within herself. She found peace with this world. And, you know, even her videotaping the moment before the crash, you look at her face, she just seemed very at peace. And she had that Coca-Cola tin thing in her hand, and the camera goes to the back and it's two girls you see, and then it's the girl who's asking for the tin can. Lisa handed to her, and then the camera comes back and you see Lisa spin off into the crash. It was kind of crazy because she was the only person who died in the car. And then, like, for me, it was kind of like I was still healing because Aaliyah just died 8 months ago, you know, 8 months. It was like less than a year of each other passing. And it was like, damn, Left Eye died. Like, that shit, like, just really, like, fucked me up. Like, that shit fucking hurt because it was like, you know, the thing about TLC and even in her docuseries, they wasn't scared to show real life situations. I stopped loving music how I did because both of those girls was people that I looked up to as a little girl, you know, and then they died. It was just like, and then like before that happened, Tupac and Biggie died. It's like, you know, it was a lot of other artists that was out, you know, who gave you good music, gave you good stuff, but it was just certain artists that just capture your heart, your soul. You just like, you're invested in them and you look up to them and you always think they're gonna be here. So thank you for giving us something, you know, leaving behind something that we can continue on our own personal journey to, you know, achieving our goals and our dreams.